dysfunctional functioning in grief, and that it actually works. First of all, I want to send my best wishes to all of you. I hope that during this crazy variant and the spikes, that everyone is safe and well. Please take care of yourselves. So we're here. You have lost your loved one. Life has changed. Welcome to your normal. Saying something I say all the time: there is no such thing as normal. Do not use normal as a guide through your grief journey. Grief is an individual process. However someone else went through grief will not be the way you went through it. There is no normal way to go through grief. There is your normal, okay? Your life now is adjusting. You're getting used to doing things in a new way. You're adjusting. It's different now. You respond different. You're gonna go different places because some places carry memories and you might not want to go there. Your life is now adjusting. And if you have a family, your whole family has to adjust. And everybody's gonna adjust differently. And your family's got to adjust to each other. There's a new dynamic in the house. And in order for the dysfunctional function to work, you have to let it happen. Let everyone have their individual adjustment period and adjustment process, because whomever you lost was a different thing to a different person. You know, losing a wife, if they were your wife and you have children, they lost their mother. So there's a different adjustment, right? If you lost a husband and you're the wife and they're the children, they lost a father, you lost a husband, there's a different adjustment. So allow, just like you need your time, allow your family and your house and your routines to adjust. As you all adjust and as you figure it out, this becomes your normal. Your normal. No one else determines this. Your normal. Okay? You set the tone. This is your loss. This is your home. This is your family. This is your grief. You are the captain of this ship. Not even I can control the pace. It's your loss. You control the narrative. The way people respond to you, if it doesn't fit at the pace that you're going, if it doesn't fit the pace that your family's moving, you can correct it. And you don't have to be mean about it. People are usually sensitive when it comes to loss. They tread lightly and they'll say things like, oh, I'm sorry, or sorry if this bothers you to bring it up. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. You control the narrative. You let them know what you're comfortable talking about, what you don't want to talk about, places you want to go, places you don't want to go. If you want to go to the burial ground, if you don't want to go to the burial ground, your narrative. You control it. You decide who, what, when, and where. And it's okay. It's okay. Now remember, if we're all in a loss situation here, we have to be careful to let everyone go through this. And it's going to be different for everyone. No, even if you're a child who lost a parent and you have siblings, each of you had different relationships with your loved one. Or if you are parents who lost a child, you are not going to respond the same. But you have to let each other have that. You control the who, what, when, and where, even with each other, right? Because you are still here. And we've got to keep going. Remember, no stopping. Living. You're moving. Marking time is still going. But you control that narrative. Don't let anybody stop you on your progress. You decide. You're in control. You're healing. You know when it feels better. You know when it feels worse. You know when something hurts. And be okay speaking up. Okay? People understand. Truly, they understand. And if they don't, it's okay. You've got to get through this. This one is hard. And this is something you have to tell yourself, and you may have to tell yourself often. It's okay to change. Put the shoe on the other foot. If you were gone and your loved ones were left behind, would you want them to be stuck in a rut, just missing you? Or would you want them to move forward? Would you want them to adjust to a new normal and be able to live with you forever in their heart, their mind, their memory? Still might be on the wall, not take off the wedding ring, whatever it is. Or would you want them to just sit and be stuck? Now, with that in mind, turn your situation around as you think about you changing. Please, please, don't feel guilty. There's no fault here. We are human, and every human that is born will die. And we're not going to all die at the same time. So you have no reason to feel guilty because you're the one that's still alive. Please don't feel guilty. Give yourself the permission to change. Give yourself, tell yourself, okay, this is what we're going to do now. This is where we're going to go today. I feel like crying. I don't feel like crying. I'm angry. Give yourself the permission to do that. And for your family, give them the permission to do it as well. Because some people, depending on who the loss was, your family may be looking to you to see how you respond. And if you're stuck in a state of standing still because you're afraid of what everyone else thinks and you're holding your breath, you may not realize it, but they're holding their breath too because they're waiting on you. Subconsciously, they're not going to say it, but they're watching you. And when you give yourself the permission to feel, to cry, to yell, to change, to do something different, very often you will see your family follow suit. Trust me, I know. And every day, life brings change. Change is natural. Change is the one thing that is constant. It's always happening. This is just a bigger change than most of us are used to dealing with on a daily basis. Loss is not a one-time thing. You know, it's not when you got the call or when you were notified that they passed away. It's not when you had to go to the funeral home. It's not when you had to go to the funeral. It's not when everybody came over. It's not when people kept calling. It's every day of the rest of your life. It's not a day that goes by I don't think about Sydney. Not a day. Good, bad. Sometimes it's happy. Most times it's happy. But not a day goes by that I wonder, gee, what would life be like? How tall would he be? What would he think about us living in California? And however your dysfunction functions in your house, if it works for you, hey, great. Please don't fall for the normal. doesn't exist. You're okay. And I'll see you next week.